Today's show is brought to you by Even Keel Fish Shack.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim sauce with the awesome fave, with shafafa on the side.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox, coming to you live today from one of our favorite places. We have many favorite places now, Defo.
Yeah, it's great.
We're at Even Keel Fish Shack in Lauderdale by the Sea, and as soon as I hit this button and get us underway on the now 109,000 member Let's Eat South Florida Facebook group, we're going to be at 110. I couldn't believe our growth in the last 7 days alone is 1,500 new members.
What is going on? Is this some kind of Republican ballot stuffing that's going on? What's
I don't
happening?
know. I'm going to say there's maybe there's
Did
fraud.
they rezone the district somehow so only your fans can vote?
It used to be the growth was like 1,000 a month, and now we're over 1,000 a week. And I guess it's that whole. Did you study much math or science?
I was very good at math. Yeah.
That exponential effect.
Yes.
That like once something gets bigger, then the momentum of the growth accelerates.
I was actually thinking about you yesterday, thinking that you really should become an absolutely filthy rich entrepreneur of this stuff, because why not partner up with newspapers in other cities, show them the model, and get this going in other places? Because, I mean, look what it's done. A newspaper attracting 110,000 clicks of any kind at this point has to be worth its weight in gold, no? Seeing as nobody gets the paper anymore?
We'd have to talk to our fine friends.
I want
at
a
the
piece, though, Mayo. I want a piece.
Again, if we want to
You came up with the idea. What are you talking about?
Come up with this kind of revenue model and recreating it elsewhere. Of course, the fine folks.
This doesn't work in San Antonio? What's good on the Riverwalk?
The Sun Sentinel and Tribune Company, whoever owns it now, we would have to partner up with them, because remember the Facebook group.
I'm in.
We're partners, and we all want to have a win-win. We love our win-wins here on the Lunchbox.
I'll get Lipschitz on it right now. He's on retainer still from the days that I was in that little scam with the Native
clears
Americans.
up the whole green light and best of ventures things.
No, that's not going well right now.
Green light?
The CEO was attacked with a baseball bat. No, it's going to be fine. We really, now that we have Lubie on the set here, we need to do this to intro this show, because we're here at Even Keel, Mike Mayo, and I think we have to begin on three with at least the opening words or two of summertime.
Right.
Since it's summertime. So
there
ready? 1, 2, 3. Summertime and the living is easy.
And we raise our
We're
glasses
Even Keel Fish Shack
and have some nice
can't wait to
icy
eat
cocktails.
There you go.
And in your case, a little chilled Chardonnay. Because
very good Chardonnay here, by the way.
That's how you go. And I'm not even going to start to try to sing or rap anymore. But we do
what
want to say,
there? What is that cocktail?
Happy summer, everybody. The official start, summer solstice, occurred about an hour ago, 10:57 a.m.
I see the future Mrs. Mayo walking by.
Hemisphere.
Oh, my God.
Very lovely, as Defo
You've got a man. He's in a mood. He's very raring to go today. I think it might be because they're at
it's summertime.
They're running at Royal Ascot today.
Nice.
Summer officially started a little over an hour ago, and here we are. I have my rum punch. Hopefully, not a punch in the face.
Summertime and the Mike Mayo Lunchbox.
And Lubie, I got to give him credit.
Yeah.
He had actually ordered the drink of the day, the winner, according to the Mike Mayo taste test.
It's interesting.
What do you got there?
They're calling it here a Papa Loves Blondes, which is right in Defo's wheelhouse.
Sure.
Oh, I mean, who doesn't?
And it is a watermelon mojito, which is a really nice combination. I'm not usually a mojito guy. My wife loves them, but it's nice and light and fruity. It's a touch of sweetness, but it's not overwhelming.
And it does look blonde in a way, even though it's watermelon juice. And, of course, a mojito has rum and mint leaves, and they get muddled together with some sugar.
And
I love to say muddled. Anytime you could have a good drink that involves muddling.
It looks terrific. Good. I mean, I'm not a mojito guy by nature. I do drink them occasionally, but I never really got caught up in the craze.
Mojito guy.
Oh, you? Okay.
You know what place is famous for its mojitos?
Who's that?
Dada, your favorite place up in
mojitos.
They have a full mojito menu.
I just like to mention a
that's-
place because you don't particularly care for it.
You don't have
it
to
always
rave
gets
about
you
it.
going. You know that.
when it comes to having a nice, lovely drink outside on their beautiful patio deck with all the trees and the shade and the atmosphere, I love having a mojito there. You could get maybe some of those bacon wrapped
the
dates.
appetizers are great.
The
I think, yeah.
appetizers, for me, it's an appetizer and drink place. For people who
Could
go
be.
off about how great of a dinner spot it is, you know
It's all
what?
right. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah.
Look, everybody can enjoy whatever they
whatever
Is
want.
it
they enjoy.
Cafe Seville when it comes to the entrees?
Now,
Probably not.
Is it even Keel Fish Shack? Again, even
well,
Keel.
I mean, they have good things there. You know what's funny? There are very few places that can make a guy like cauliflower, and that is one of them. Because they have this cauliflower appetizer that the only other place I've had it, although it's very spicy. What is it called? Is it the Farmhouse?
Well, we had an appetizer. Didn't we have an appetizer?
And we had a cauliflower appetizer?
a cauliflower somewhere that was great.
I was
I'm
just
trying to think of
it
where
was
it was.
really good.
Was it here?
No,
No,
well, yeah,
it-
we had something that was last week when we did our freaking.
Oh,
around
I
the
know where it
world.
was. It was Burt Rappaport.
Oh, at Deck
Yeah,
84.
Deck
Yeah,
84. That
We're in
cauliflower
trouble,
thing
Lubie,
was
because
great.
if
If
Defo's
my- you know what?
memory-
I've been taking this stuff that I got talked into buying, and my memory's coming back. 'Cause
Mine is shot.
Stuff, what names that I used to
Mine's
blank on while I'm talking with
Oh, there he
Lubie on
is.
our sports show.
As
Look
I
who it is.
mentioned,
Oh, and speaking of the
as
devil,
I
here's Jim
mentioned
Sarney.
yesterday. Oh, look at that. Jim
Ryan,
Sarney,
67.
the official
Johnny Man.
mascot,
Card.
unofficial producer of the Lunchbox. The birthday hits keep
57.
coming.
It was
This
Heinz.
is, I guess, thank you, Sarney,
Not
my
of your birthday.
official Sarney birthday gift,
card
which is a bottle of
without your
Heinz
name on it.
57 sauce. It's not the ketchup, which says 57
This is hot
varieties.
sauce? What is that?
This is a 57 sauce. Add zest to chicken, steak, and pork. So I guess
nice.
it's kind of like a marinade type.
You're never out of
situation
place
here.
bringing food.
And we've
Yeah,
got
go
Matt
ahead.
here laying
Yeah.
down
This is the
some of the
pokey,
cool
the
Oh, look at
runners.
that. Wow.
And again,
What do we have here?
we got
Tony Poke.
we've
Tuna
got- okay.
Pokey.
Let me set the stage here at Even Keel. We're on the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard. It is cool runnings for
That's some
summer.
lovely people behind
We've
us
got-
having a good
Yeah,
time.
we've got a nice little lunch crowd in here, chilled cocktails, and then I wanted to go on the cool side of the street and have some of their chilled and raw selections that goes perfectly with a sultry summer day here along the beach near the pier on
Look at all
Commercial.
that, man.
We have tuna poke here. We have their fish dip, a famous fish dip, and we also have conch salad.
Oh, they put it all out
and
together.
they
Nice.
put it all in little
Ah,
dishes
nice.
on ice with some of their house baked pita chips, which is great with the fish dip. And we're gonna have to reach and get a little bit of
Well, we'll let
samples.
you go first. That way we can establish our own territory later.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. But this is relatively tame for the Mike Mayo eating orgy of late, and it kind of last night. I'm gonna say it was the thrilling conclusion of birthday dinner
Was it the
celebrations
knockout punch?
for this year. Yesterday was it was perfect. It was like the right amount of food, perfect company.
Did you go veal chop stuffed?
I went stuffed veal chop, and
Did
even
you give Casal some?
so
and,
this
Bonnie?
was at Cafe Seville in Fort Lauderdale, which we spoke about yesterday. Joey Esposito and his wife Sally. Sally was great because she said, "Oh, you've been doing fish the last few times you're here." I was like, "Yeah, but tonight I got to get
All
the
in.
stuffed veal
Yeah.
chop." And Bonnie and Joe Cassell, our friend, was there. They were there. They treated me to a beautiful night out. We started.
Guys don't show up.
No Tasso. Tasso
the
was
dog,
in obedience school, or no? Actually, he's being well behaved. And what do we got here
Wow,
now?
crab
Now we got the
guacamole.
crab guac. There we go. Lay it down
Oh man, look
right
out.
there in the center.
I
Matt.
think,
It's all
I think
good.
you
It's
did
all
it. No,
good.
now you
Yeah.
did it for sure.
All good.
Yeah.
Got, of course, general
Look at this
manager
stuff,
Matt
Mike
here.
Mayo. You have
got
to be in
crab
heaven.
guacamole. We've got the tuna poke, the conch salad, the fish dip, house-made pita chips, and thank you, sir.
And you know the motto here:
What's
we
the
shuck
motto?
it, you suck it.
Okay. that could be
you
a
know,
motto.
you thought maybe I was going to lose the show here, but
I
no, it's
don't-
not happening.
I'm going to say, if you serve it, I'll eat it. That's my motto.
We shuck it,
Mm.
you suck it. That's even kill fish shack.
I was crunchy.
This is a perfect summer spot, though, Mike Mayo. Light. I mean, I'm so proud of you. And Lubie and I are inclined to always order the fish and chips here because I do believe, and having eaten fish and chips in a variety of places, I think
that's
they're
delicious.
the best here I've ever had.
That crab guac is great.
I like
You're
it.
It's
gonna
got a
put
little
some
Guacamole with
zing
sauce
to it.
crab
I'm
on
not
it?
going to pour the 57 sauce
You
on
got
it.
the
Yeah,
hot
there's
sauce,
the great-
homemade hot
It's
sauce.
a great dip. Yeah, they have tremendous
Their hot sauce is
homemade
great.
hot sauce here that they serve in a little squeeze bottle. let's get back to Cafe Seville because I want to wrap up that story and put a bow on it, so to speak. Birthday celebrations. We have the shrimp ajillo, the gambas a la ajillo, which is the shrimp and the garlic sauce. Tremendous. Then we had the pulpo.
How many pieces of bread did you put in the garlic sauce?
So this was Joe's first time. He never had been to Cafe Seville before.
Wow.
Bonnie was a regular. I've been a regular. Before I got there, they already had some cocktails, some Negronis, and they basically put down a whole loaf of bread by themselves without even any appetizers out there. They saved one piece for me, and I had a little piece with butter. Then they bring out the appetizers and those sauces, the Santa Fe sauce that comes with the octopus.
That's my favorite.
And the garlic sauce that comes with the shrimp. And we were dunking and dipping and dunking, and it was 3 loaves. We were 3 loaves in.
Oh, jeez.
3 loaves of bread?
Yeah, between the 3 of
one
us.
apiece.
That's your math. You must
now,
have been
Joe's
an
Italian, so
he right.
Eating a loaf of bread at dinner is not uncommon to
You
get
have to
started.
do your
Bonnie
dunking.
is, very
she's
conscious of, good diet and
she's
eating.
health conscious.
And you, had lost control by then.
But when you are at the Cafe Seville, they have that great big warm loaves of sourdough bread that they serve, and it's great for dunking. And then when we moved on to the main course, of course, they had the paella for 2.
Oh, they shared that thing?
They did. That was spectacular. I was trying to steer him. I said, they do a paella for 1, and then you could get a fish dish
They do
too.
Do that?
Yeah. They'll do anything.
I always see it on the menu as for 2.
It says for 2, but
Joey will do that.
These are the tricks of the trade. If you say, hey, I love the piece of fish. I want to get one of those Corvinas or the cod Milanese, or you like, the grouper. If you get one of those and do a just kind of a paella for 1, they'll do that for you because Joey's in the yes business.
He's done that for me in the past.
And I had my world famous, the veal chop that I love, stuffed with 3 cheeses along with a little bit of the basil and some other herbs.
Do you order that like at a certain temperature?
Again, remind me what they stuff the veal chop with because people keep asking.
Right.
You said
so
different
again,
cheeses.
3 cheeses. Manchego, which is a Spanish cheese, creamy cheese. And then I think it's either like a mozzarella. There's 2 kind of like the Italian
so
cheeses.
So it's cheeses, though. It's not like a stuffing of.
No. It's 3 cheeses. So Manchego, I'm going to say it's either like a Fontina or a mozzarella. And what's the other one? Like a Parmesan or something like that. But it's like 2 Italian cheeses, 1 of the Spanish. They're all creamy and white and very mellow. But again, they blend it with the basil, a couple of other herbs that they actually, they butterfly. They slice open the veal chop, stuff all the cheeses in there with the basil. Then he ladles on that. I guess it's similar to the Santa Fe sauce. It's a tomato-based sauce, not spicy, not sweet, just very mellow, and it goes perfectly with the veal and the cheese. And he throws it in the oven, and it bakes, and it's just a beautiful dish that I actually took some home. It's a bone-in veal chop. So
you had some left over after eating with those 2 people? Are you kidding me?
I did because I had a little bit.
And you were what happened? The octopus got you? Yeah.
I had a whole loaf of bread, so that was But this was good news for
never do that at a Brazilian steakhouse.
No,
you're in that all you can eat.
Not when you're paying for all of it. Yeah. But the
future Mrs.
the bone-in veal chop again. I bring home the bone part. My mom loves still to kind of gnaw on the bone, whether it's lamb chops or in this case a veal chop. So
I don't want to say it, but you kind of treat your mother like a dog in this respect. You always bring her home like a bone. I mean,
my grandma liked the bone
tell the
too.
story.
We did the same thing. My grandma loved the bone.
I bring her plenty of good things.
There's a lot of
she
flavor
loves
on the bone.
Things
I know. You love
the
kid.
bone.
Yeah,
I do not.
The
treat
bone has
my
a lot of the
mother
flavor.
like a dog, but I do love her like the way that many people love their dogs, like you with Skippy and Tasso. I mean, actually, more so because
don't forget Holly.
She's my mother.
She's a great girl.
She's my mother. Where did you lead me down this path, Defo? Now I feel like I was back on
You're
Monday.
easily distracted.
You're all over the place. You are
So
pointing out some good scenery around town here, which is
I
always
did see the future Mrs. Mayo walking by twice
There's
now.
hopefully many.
She saw you the first time, and she came back again to see if you would acknowledge
like-
her, and instead you're looking at Jim Sarney. Come on.
All right, so Ascot, Royal Ascot is racing, and
Forget
I know.
that. Wait, talk about this food here first.
No, we have to. We've talked
Oh,
about.
you have the horse, yeah.
Yeah, no, we've got to just make a quick mention of number one. Our friends at Gulfstream Park. They ran. Remember when they had that kind of British? They did a promotion one week. Joe Beja was talking about. They were doing a little bit of a taste of England, some things on the menu. but it was in conjunction with they ran 2 races there where automatically horses that won those races qualified to run in stakes races at Ascot, Royal Ascot, which started yesterday. But those 2 Gulfstream horses, one of them ran today and won at 10-1, the George Weaver horse. So congratulations to the connections, John Velasquez and George Weaver in the first race today. It was Crimson Advocate won at 10-1 odds.
Oh, nice.
That's good. The other horse that won automatic entry, No Name Mets, and that was ridden to victory at Gulfstream by Luca Panici. Now, Luca did not make the trip, but that No Name Mets horse, which is owned by a member of the Houston Astros, right?
Alex Bregman.
Third baseman. Good hitter.
That horse,
Jewish guy.
I think he's a tribesman.
Yeah,
I think he's a tribesman.
will be running in tomorrow's first race at Royal Ascot. I don't know what the morning line odds are, but all I know is that Luca Panici has been replaced by another Italian.
Well, they're good friends, so it does make some sense.
And that would be
the great Frankie Dettori, who's retiring this year, supposedly, but does he pull a Roberto Duran and come back for another year?
No, I think his farewell
Edgar
tour.
Prado hung him up, by the way, and that guy was riding at Calder when I first got there.
I met Edgar a few times and lives in the neighborhood.
Very distinguished guy, nice guy. Yeah,
yeah, he won Kentucky Derby, I believe, right?
Solid rider, you can never discount him, and he rode. Is he in his late 50s? I got here 40 years ago, and I remember Edgar Prado being a rider at Calder.
Yeah, no, he started off on the Maryland, Calder, then he went up and owned the Maryland circuit for a while. Then he went to New York and did that circuit. Then he came back here for much of the last, I'm going to say 10 years, and he was kind of, in the summertime, he would get a lot of mounts here, but now he's kind of taking it easy. Do you know his age? What was Edgar?
I don't know. I'm going to say, I don't know. Did he make it in? It had to be mid to late 50s? I'm going to say
mid-50s. He's like my age, I think, and he's like a Mike Smith. And,
so he's a shot fighter is what you're saying.
No, I'm not a shot fighter.
No, you're coming back.
Mike Smith is not a shot fighter. Mike Smith is
great.
Fighting. Great. And now I got sidetracked.
He's 56.
He's 56. Like I said, almost my age.
He's still
I'm 57.
Jeez, good for him.
Well, no, Edgar Prado is just retired, right? You said he
just
just retired.
No,
He officially announced it, hanging up his tag. All right. Now, I buried the lead. During this broadcast, the last race of the day at Royal Ascot will be going off, the 7th race. And did I show you the name of the horse? That's the number 16 horse listed at 20-1 in the morning line.
You have to push all in on this.
Again, 20-1. I'm not going too crazy.
Push all in.
The name of the horse, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any betting apps out there, if you have any bookie friends, if you happen to be at a parimutuel right now, run to the windows for a hunch play of the day. Number 16, Mayo. Nays.
As in neigh. Like
as
the
horse either brays or nays.
Nays.
A horse whinnies and a horse nays. Mayo nays. Neighs is the name of the horse, but the name is spelled Mayo like Mike Mayo's Lunchbox.
I think you got to press your bet.
You got to do something.
You put $10 on this thing, come out.
And here we are. It says that right now the odds are still maintaining 20-1. It is a 26-horse field. Jesus. I'm assuming
easy pickings.
It's not even a steeplechase.
It's a good trip.
It says it's for 2-year-olds at 5 furlongs.
Oh.
This is a sprint race with 26 horses.
They go straight down
They go
the
in a
stretch.
straight line.
Yeah,
and then they fan off. Some of them go to the left, some of them go to the right.
It's great.
And
it looks like Tony Sperano's defense.
Yeah.
They separate, and right in the middle, it's wide
That's
open.
the wedge, right. And then Thurman Thomas runs up the middle. That's Tom Olivadotti.
Tim Tebow.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to find out what happens with mayonnaise during this broadcast, which is exciting for me. Probably not so much for you.
The show.
Okay,
here,
well, hopefully we're still on.
Yeah.
You know, everything is copacetic today. I have no worries in the world.
You're in good spirits since that Monday show.
Well, Monday,
I gotta say, was a little flat.
Monday, I was a shot fighter. I mean, completely.
And your audience is counting on you to be at a very high energy level.
Well,
Lubie and I tried to prod you along, but you wouldn't buy into it.
I thought I made a fantastic comeback yesterday.
You were strong yesterday, yeah.
You were
good
good yesterday.
Today I'm melting a little bit, but
you shouldn't worry about it. I need your. Did you really talk about this tuna pokey here thing?
You can.
That is great.
Here, well, let's get all the dishes up.
But
here.
I think we need to get Lubie his fish and chips.
I'm getting here. We go.
Only because I want some.
Here's the fish.
I'm fine with whatever we have. Everything
I'm
they do
interested
here
in
is great.
trying the conch salad because
Conch salad was really good. It was nice.
Hard to get. Usually they flavor it with a little bit
No,
of.
but it can be chewy, and it was not
chewy. Is that
chewy.
the conch salad?
Conch salad's right here. It was really good.
Okay, yeah, I need some of that.
It was
we're
really
gonna
good.
Bring up the conch salad.
The conch salad
we're
was
gonna make
really
Defo
good.
happy.
Oh, yeah,
I don't want to get all the wet
And now what is this then? If that's the conch
That's
shell?
the fish
That's
tip.
fish chip. They put a
that's
lot of
the
fish
Defo's
chip on
having a
top.
hard time. He had a great memory today.
Well, they
I
put a
No,
remember.
but
bunch
I
of
mean,
stuff on top of
the
it. You
top
can't
of
see it.
both of them look very similar. Would you not
Well,
agree with that?
I would
Mayo,
agree
Mr.
that they
Food?
have some nice vegetables,
There you go.
cucumbers, and
For the
tomatoes.
layman, it would be hard to
Okay.
distinguish.
But here, now, once you go down below, you see the beautiful looking conch.
Trying to leave some of that in there.
Here, I'll
Okay.
give it to you. I didn't use the
I had
fork
some. I'm
yet.
good.
I didn't use the fork yet, so it's all good. Would you like some of the tomatoes and cucumbers?
No, this is fine, man. This
You
is
don't
good.
want the cukes and the tomatoes because the cukes and tomatoes
Yeah,
look
sure.
beautiful.
Throw some
There
on
you
there. Yeah,
go. Okay.
yeah, very good.
Now we got that,
Where's
and now I'm going to go in and oh, look, it's
Watch
a
your show.
radish. I love radishes.
Joanne had a great question.
Which
What's
is?
that?
Is there a website to learn about horse? I don't know that horse carving. I don't know that other one, but horse betting. I would say watch our shows.
No,
And you
no.
watch enough of it. I don't know if you should follow the bets, but you watch enough of our shows. Look, I've learned over 12 years the lingo. I don't know if I would ever follow most of their bets, but I've at least learned about horse racing and had a good understanding of it. You watch enough of what we do, you'll get
You have seen the
filtered in.
suffering, Lubie. You have
seen a lot of
seen
suffering.
the agony of defeat.
We've seen a lot of
If we
suffering.
asked you to define that, you could just look at me,
Yeah.
Mayo,
Ollie Mae
any of
Birds.
our boys, Jersey Kyle, Gurgles,
Cheers,
and we all experienced it for sure.
Yeah.
This conch salad is
It's nice,
fantastic.
isn't it?
It's in a nice spiky,
Wow.
vinegary sauce,
is
and of
great.
course, conch naturally has. It feels like almost like vanilla.
Well, it can be
with it.
chewy too a lot of the time.
Would you
if you
juice
don't
it
But
do
a
they
little of
found
this?
it. No,
No?
this doesn't need any kind of further enhancement.
That is great. Wow.
It's got a good little kick with the vinegar pop.
What a beautiful piece of
And,
conch, too. I mean, you don't see that
It's
there.
nice.
that
And
often.
Cucumber
they slice it,
salad
they
is
slice it.
beautiful on top of it, and it's again you can tell they've been they probably pounded it with the rock or the conch shell.
What I was
where-
going to say is what's interesting is it's usually chunks, so that makes it even chewier. They actually sliced it thin and pounded it, so it actually has a more of a meat texture than you would get a lot of the time with a conch. Everything's great, man.
Oh, fantastic! That conch salad is great. Thank you, Matt. So getting back to
And you get
Joanne's
your crunch, which is what you insist on. Yeah.
Joanne's question. Look, simple Google search will teach you, I guess, some of the basics. There's, win, play, show betting, which is just whether a horse can finish first, second, or third. If you bet him to finish third and he finishes first, you still win the bet, but it comes back much lower price. Then there's all the exotics, the exactas, 1, 2, the trifectas, the top 3 finishers, pick 3s. You go on across separate races. My
Explain the
suggestion:
Rainbow Pick 6 while you're at it.
20 cents. You have to hit the.
Horse racing and
I
horse
didn't mean
betting
that
is
you
what,
should do it.
what her
Come on.
question was.
Oh, I could read every entry today too. But my other advice to you, Joanne, is go to Amazon.com or a library and read the book that changed both Defo's and
Oh,
mine's
your Andy
life for the
Beyer.
worse. Picking Winners by one Andrew
Andy
Beyer.
Beyer. Andy
Did
Beyer.
you ever watch that PBS thing I sent you?
No, and it's on my list
Oh,
of
my
things to
God.
do.
Mayo, you will love this.
Mhm.
This is all you. Everything about it you will love.
Andy Beyer is one of the gurus of horse race handicapping
freak.
who changed the game.
Harvard graduate. No, I don't know if he
dropout.
graduated.
Both him and Steve Christ, I
Yeah.
believe, who both became
I knew
titans
both
in
of them
the
pretty well.
handicapping and horse racing journalism world. I believe both dropped out of Harvard with like the last semester to go.
Yeah.
As did, I think, Bill Gates. A lot of people dropped out of Harvard.
Well, Mark
Well, once you've
Zuckerberg
been there
as
for
well.
a couple of years, you pretty much got the gist
Yeah.
of it, right?
Well, if you have $1 billion idea,
Couldn't you have left college after 2 years? You knew everything you were going to know. by then.
Mentally, I
Well, we
checked
did,
out
could've.
after the first year. So
I got a
it's great.
freaking master's and doing this, so
Anyway, those guys changed the game with the way they brought up. And what Andy Beyer did is he reduced kind of every race to a single number. The higher the number, the
It
better.
invented one of the
race.
all-time great stats.
What's that?
The Beyer speed figure
Yeah, the
is
speed
one of the great
Yeah.
statistics in all of
It's-
sports.
It's really
she said, repeat the name, and Andy writes Andrew Beyer.
I thought you were going to go way back, though.
I thought he was going to say God.
The first book I ever read cover to cover, literally, was I think Picking Winners. It wasn't called Picking Winners, but it was by Henry Bombs Away Bombsy, who was a legendary horse racing rider back in like the 50s. And I forget the name of his book, but he had a solid recommendation that had you followed it today, you'd be way ahead of the game by comparison to where you're at, which was only bet substantial amounts of money to win only on horses you really like. That he didn't qualify it as always 3-1 or better, but never taking the favorite in that kind of proposition.
That's a brilliant strategy, which I should follow myself.
Win only, no exotics, no. Yeah.
Of course. Last week on the show, I gave out Flakes as the winner of the
Right.
feature contest race.
And in 9
Flakes-
to 5, your 200 was worth 600
Flakes,
a couple of days
Flakes
later. Yeah.
won the race and paid
Flakes
$590 or $580, so I could have turned $200 into $590.
But why would you do that?
Instead, I butch around all day on every track up and down the seaboard.
You turned 200 into
And I
zero.
bet $6 exactas here, a box there, and next thing I know, I'm down the same 100. And if I just had the discipline to follow the Bombsy method,
It would be like being at an all-you-could-eat buffet that was of an inferior quality to being at the Fish Shack, Even Keel Fish Shack here, where, I mean, look at this. I mean, small portions, 3 people are dining, and you know, could it be any better, any tastier, all of this stuff? Absolutely amazing.
well, it's all quality stuff.
Which
And
is-
this tuna poke, again, it's kind of
It's
raw,
delicious.
marinated,
I'm in love with
high-quality
this
tuna.
ceviche. I think that's great.
And I'm doing the, so this is,
I can't
where
believe
it's-
you're not firing it up with some hot sauce, Mr. Spice.
no,
Yeah.
and the tuna along with some avocados and
No,
not
I
peas,
like that was not the
what is this? Edamame.
edamame.
Got a nice Asian little flavor profile here with some, I guess, soy sauce and it's absolutely perfect for summer.
Very nice.
Melts in
Yeah.
your mouth, the tuna. And I'm just gonna sit here and
Well, it's just interesting.
keep trying to cool off because
You haven't even gotten in his crab guacamole yet.
I have.
Yeah.
You just haven't seen it. You've been
What's interesting
busy
is
working on your own conch and
it's a summer.
You know what? Oh, there it is. I
The
lost the
conch-
concept.
that's the
I thought, what
conch
did you do with the dish, Mike?
It's
Did
a,
you hide it?
it's look, we came in wanting fish and chips because it is one of our favorite dishes just around. The way that they do the fish
we've
and chips
done that before.
is a little bit nicer, but you brought up and you're right. Like it's a summer day. Let's do some light
You want to eat like
bites
Yeah.
that are not as heavy, not on the cooler side. That
Yeah.
you can come and grab a drink
Light
and
bites.
sit around with some people, talk,
There's a reason.
and have a nice bite. And these have worked out really well.
There's a reason why like sushi does
nice.
really well in the
Hot pepper,
summertime, and there's a reason why raw bars like this place where they'll crack open and put some of the great premium oysters, shuck them for you, put them on ice. That's a cool, refreshing summertime treat. The poke soup, the same thing. The conch salad, and you can find all this and more, and plenty of cooked dishes too
Yeah.
here at Even Keel Fish Shack. It's time for our first break, and I do want to talk about another place where you can find everything you're going to need for the summer
We'll
season.
be there tomorrow.
And that is Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. And yes, we will be there tomorrow. We're going to be doing some cookout stuff, getting ready for the big 4th of July holiday. And got to love it. For Defo, it's going to be a whole holiday week because we're going to be off here on the month, the Lunchbox, the 3rd and the 4th, Monday and Tuesday. But then we'll be back, me and Lubie, on the 5th. But Defo is going to be up in Atlantic City, plunging his guts out and also spending some time romantic walks along
I
the
did get my
boardwalk.
reservation. It took me a while, though, this time at Chef Bola's.
And I'm
You'll be
so
happy to
happy to
know.
hear that. I was really losing sleep of the prospect
Chef
of you.
Bola's is the Cafe Seville of Atlantic City.
There you go. So you're going to be a happy birthday boy. And, oh, by the way, did you see the contest race last week? It was a straight, cold 7.5 exacta flakes.
was.
And, well, of course,
The
I didn't
other-
have it. I don't even want to talk about 5.7s right now.
7.5
I
is
made
your
one of the
birthday.
hideous mistakes of my lifetime this weekend.
7.5.
So I'm getting
with
back to
regard
this
to the-
Delaware
one of
Chicken
the
Farm.
worst
So
mistakes
Delaware
ever.
Chicken
We'll be
Farm.
tomorrow.
We'll be there tomorrow. Grilling up a storm.
And it's funny you talk about cookout because for this weekend, half of our Father's Day was we have my sister and my brother-in-law are in Greece right now. So my lunatic nephews, and I say lunatic with all my heart and soul because I love them.
With all due
I
respect.
adore them. I'm literally coaching my nephews basketball team for the 3rd straight year. They are an extension of my wife and I. We adore them. And they're lunatics. So my parents, to try and relieve some of they're watching the kids during the week, and we'll have them this weekend. We have them over for a barbecue so that they can just sit and I can swim and whatever. And it turned into a whole family thing where her parents came over, her grandmother came over, my sister-in-law, her husband. So we had a whole cookout, and I'm grilling burgers and hot dogs. And I'm like, dang, I wish I had stopped it. Like I literally thought about it. I was like, shoot.
But
How
now-
better would this have been if I had the foresight to stop at Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, and it wouldn't just been regular burgers and hot dogs. It would have been a whole bevy of things
Whole
to take
upgrade.
it to another level.
Right. We're going to be checking that out tomorrow, that people like you out there who are watching won't make that same error in judgment, that you will be able to go out there in the next few weeks and pick up whatever you need, not just for 4th of July, but for any summertime weekend cookout, grilling at home. And that includes their Wagyu hot dogs, the brisket brisket blend burger. Say that 3 times fast.
Well, I was
Brisket blend
kind of
burgers.
drifting out there because there's an older version of Jersey Kyle walking across.
It might actually be him.
I mean, is that not a dead ringer for
It could
Jersey
be
Kyle,
him.
except like maybe
This is
10
his
years older?
neighborhood, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're also going to be hopefully cooking up some fish or the shrimp, that Key West shrimp. It grills up perfectly. You put it on some skewers with some vegetables, all that stuff and more. Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. We're there tomorrow from 12 to 1. Come on out and say hi. Or come on out any day because they're open 7 days. Go on to DelawareChicken.com, their website. It has all their latest offerings and weekly specials. And, of course, they are known for fresh fish and seafood right from the local waters. But they are so much more because they also have chicken and all kinds of poultry. They have
Dips.
duck. They have the meats that we have been talking about the last few sessions with the pork and the beef and the sausages. They make that in-house. Delicious stuff. 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
Great spot. Can't wait to get there tomorrow. And they couldn't be any nicer of a group of people, you would have to say. I mean, but we're very fortunate. Mike Mayo, I was thinking about it today. All of our fine sponsors here on the show and the many restaurants we've dealt with that haven't quite gotten around to coming on board yet. But, we're happy to support everybody in the business. But
Well, we can announce
the
that we are.
nicest people that you'll ever run into, have been the guys and the people that we met on the circuit here, which is fantastic.
No, we're very, very blessed. And, again, have long-time support.
What a great industry, man. No wonder you had so much fun. You were
Yeah.
eating fine food, getting paid,
That actually makes
putting
a
it
lot of
all
sense.
on an expense report, and and meeting like some of the most interesting people you could find.
I love sports, but I'll tell you, the way the restaurant industry embraces
Interesting, yeah.
it's very different than the way the sports industry embraces the media.
Sports guys. yeah.
Nobody embraced me anywhere else besides the food industry because let me tell you, like I said,
Oh, and you were,
I got thrown out of offices coast to coast, whether it was sports,
you were like
politics,
Geraldo. I mean, compared to most of the
Business.
rest of the sports.
but
Yeah, but he had the same mentality for food, and they adore him, and they're scared of him, and they respect him.
well, you know
Everybody's
why?
afraid of
Because chefs also are brutally honest. When
Yeah.
the worst, you think critics can be bad and brutal? Go out with a group of chefs sometimes, and they'll just be like saying, "Oh, this is garbage. How could they serve it?" They laugh at like certain thing. I mean,
But it's a little like the music business here, which I really dig the music scene here because I love the fact that, sure, there has to be some professional jealousy. Sometimes you see some guy, he's
Someone
making it
makes
big, and you think you're a better player, and you're sitting there in some bar in front of 3 people. But for the most part, they really support each other.
Oh, yeah,
And then
yeah,
when they
no,
get
there
together,
is- there-
and the chefs here, like you were saying,
Same
with
thing.
your man Q, he goes to Thai Spice, and then Brad and Dave, they're all over
All
the place,
over the
endorsing and embracing other places. That's really nice to see about a business that could be a very, let's face it, it's a fragile existence. As anybody that ever tried to open a restaurant knows.
No, and you're absolutely right. Because one of my favorite memories from last year is we did a show with Josie out at
I was
Bubbles
just
and
gonna
Pearls.
say, Bubbles and Pearls gave us like
And
3
I-
different restaurants.
And
to
I
go
was
to.
that she talked to me about some places, and then I said, "Oh, have you ever been to Even Keel?" She said, "Not since they moved." And I dragged her out here right after the show. We came out here and we had some stuff to eat and drink, and they had a blast. Her and her wife Marcy, and then she ended up bonding with these guys, and to see that kind of
And
meeting
they're all
of the
creative.
minds.
The creativity is fantastic. I mean,
That
just
part is
look
cool.
at this. It would look like you ordered this and you said, what did I get here? And everything is so distinctly tasteful.
Yeah, no, and again, we
It's
have our
fantastic,
friends
yeah.
right down the block in Aruba Beach Cafe. We're going to be going out next week, and that's a little bit of different style, but
Can't
a
wait
lot
to
of
get back there.
great dishes there with the view of the beach.
What was that seafood
And
soup
there's-
that we had?
Oh, I don't even remember. Was it a bouillabaisse or a
Bouillabaisse,
Jamaican?
yeah, that
It's
was-
like he does
Oh, wow.
a Caribbean
seafood gumbo
bouillabaisse,
kind of a thing,
gumbo.
It
Well,
was
when a
just like
dish comes back to you, like,
Yeah.
weeks later, and you say,
And-
wow, how great was that?
And that's why there's plenty of room in the sea for multiple restaurants. They each put their different spin and have different signature dishes, and
Yes.
each one of them could be great. And it's not a zero-sum game.
I mean,
You could have a
Christina
great
Wan
meal
was
here.
like that. I love that. Christina
Yeah.
Wan was, and then when Shirley and I went to the Catherine, the first thing Timmons said was, "Oh, you got to try."
This
and I
place.
was like,
yeah, no,
"Dude,
it's-
we just got to your restaurant."
yeah, no,
Yeah.
but good chefs get energized and motivated by eating others' good food as well. We're waxing philosophical,
But it's good. I mean, we need to compliment
what's
the
his
industry.
name?
There's a reason
The
you
heat
have
coach.
110,000
Oh,
subscribers. Yeah.
Eric Spolstra. Why is my brain guacamole?
That's fine.
Because I ate so many fat grams that it's all melted into my brain.
You
have
you know what?
nothing but
I'm
fat.
trying to think about extrapolations of the show. Mike Mayo Eats is your email that the people have to email their entries to. But Mike Mayo Eats should just be a show into and unto itself.
Well, that's my website name that I have not activated yet, but that's my Instagram handle is Mike Mayo Eats.
Because nobody can do it like you do. I have never seen anything quite like it. I've been around a lot of people that can really eat, and I'm one of them. But I've never seen anything quite like your
You too can eat like me if you follow the path through some of my favorite restaurants, like contained in these sponsors, these words,
Listen
after
to
these
transition.
messages.
Wow,
I don't even know what I did there. I am lost.
Wake up, Sarnie over there.
We'll be right back after this.
We'll see you after the break, folks. It's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me. I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks, just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Go in there on a Wednesday. They got buy one, get one on cheesesteaks from 5 to 8 p.m. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 in the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6. The early bird special runs from 4:30 to 5:30, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Beach Cafe. It's a South Florida landmark, and it's one happy restaurant right on the water. Tables literally on the beach. A place where you could dip your toes in the sand, kick back, relax with island vibes, tropical drinks, and live music daily. You know it. It's at One Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea. And of course, it has Chef Chris Nealon and his famed Caribbean Floridian cuisine. A huge menu with something for everyone. Seafood, raw bar, conch fritters, burgers, sandwiches, salads, deli specials, and of course, that famous Bimini bread. They've got a great staff that'll take great care of you. There's something to celebrate every day, open 7 days until late, parking available on site, happy hour weekdays 4 to 7 p.m. Go check out more at arubabeachcafe.com. Better yet, go in there yourself at Aruba Beach Cafe. Good food, drinks, friends, and laughter are always the catch of the day. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the blackened grilled wings, and of course, the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox, and it is lunchtime at Even Keel Fish Shack in Lauderdale by the Sea, corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard. And we're joined this month by one of our favorite people, the manager, Matt.
Guys. So
it's
good
great
to be back
hear.
too, guys. Yeah.
I know it's like officially summer today, and I guess that means everybody gets a little lazy. And haven't seen Brad in a while. We miss him, but
longest day of the year.
Today is the longest day of the year.
Kidding. Yeah. So
I thought they're all 24 hours, but today seems longer. It gives more.
There's one extra minute, I imagine. Anyone should be able to take advantage of it.
Excellent. Well, thank you for the usual hospitality.
Absolutely.
And, give our regards to Dave and Brad, because we, I guess, with the summer season, they work on the later shifts, and you open up sometimes. And always happy to be here. Lubie devoured that watermelon drink. Can you talk? Is that pretty? I guess it's a newcomer to the menu.
It's actually been on the menu for quite a while. So that's our Papa's Polar, Papa Loves Blonde.
Right. How come we haven't had that before? It's delicious.
It's actually surprised me you haven't. It's our kind of rendition of a watermelon mojito. Fresh mint, pureed watermelon juice. Everything's all natural in flavor. Fresh lime juice, a little bit of simple as well. Garnished it with a whole bunch of mint. Because it really kind of pulls the flavor out of that rum anyway. And the color is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, and of course we have the whole full summertime collection of frozen drinks, pre-made, but they're all delicious using high-quality ingredients.
Wine slushy, the Salt in the Sea, which is the tequila kind of passion fruit paloma, is always delicious. And then the classical, but kind of our also unclassical rendition of the pina colada.
And you regaled us with some of the greatest hits of the like the cooler side of the menu, the pokés and the fish dip.
For sure.
And I guess you sell a lot of this stuff along with the raw bar items in the summertime.
There really isn't one thing we sell more than the other. It's not a complex menu. It's a matter of what the chefs have done to kind of create this unique kind of infusion to it. The fish dip's probably one of the best fish dips I've ever had in my life.
That's right here. We're going to get into that in a minute.
Yeah. The Maryland blue crabs, everything's fresh every day too. That's the kind of key to everything as well. We get everything delivered fresh, and it's always prepped every day too, fresh as well.
Well, what a unique spot to have right near the beach here in Fort Lauderdale. It's really incredible.
No, you can't beat it. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a little hot today. But, this is, I think, the lesser of two evils.
But as far as the food goes, I mean, right here available. Sure. I mean, you're a block away.
You
would think you were in some exotic place, a tiki bar in the Caribbean somewhere.
Correct.
And you're really getting that whole kind of vibe from the food. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yep, between the views, the music, the food as well, the cocktails, everything is kind of really circumvented the idea that you're on an island somewhere down.
And we've got, of course, the thing is, it's totally casual. You could come off the beach in your flip-flops and shorts
for sure,
and come in here, and you have the quality of cuisine that's like you're going to be having at a 4 or 5-star restaurant.
Absolutely.
Some of the way the spins and the plating, the things that they do with the scallop dish, is wizardry.
Scallops are absolutely phenomenal.
It's fire, as the kids say. But
you're one of those crazy kids. You just said it.
Well, I'm not a kid anymore.
He's been on a binge, Matt, that is unrivaled.
My wife would be thrilled to see that. She's from Pittsburgh, so she's
that was a gift from our friend Sarni over there.
Thank you, Sarni.
Tell people again, you got the weekday happy hours, the weekend brunches here. So
Monday through Friday, 4 to 7, happy hour. We've got a nice discount on shareable food items. Between kind of products that Mike has got in front of us today, that and there's a series of cocktails between your draft beers, house wines, and specialties as well with a nice discount too. Monday through Friday, 4 to 7. And then brunches Saturday, Sunday till 3:00. Nice menu.
The lobster Benedict is great.
Breakfast menu items, and they are to die for as well.
Matt didn't tell you, I was in here with my new lady friend the other week. We saw him for brunch.
It was incognito.
We ended up we stayed away from all the brunch items. We ended up going hardcore with the scallops and things like that. It was beautiful. One more thing, you have these also other daily specials. Like Tuesdays, you have all the premium oysters for $2. Like
every
the stuff
oyster
from
we've got
Northeast
on the menu, it's only $2 all day long. $2 High Lifes, $2 Narragansett. And if you ever heard of a Shambong, you know what we're talking about. And if you don't, you should come down and try it out. That's for sure.
Have you ever had a Shambong?
A ShamWow? I bought one once.
Shambong.
Oh, Shambong. I've had almost every type of bong going back to my days at Syracuse University.
Well.
But,
Which is where I'm from originally.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm born and raised.
It was cold there. That's what I remember.
That's why I live down in Florida now.
No doubt.
It was
that fueled my Florida Ratso Rizzo dream to come down here. Yes.
Well, it was cold up there, but it's cool here. Cool runnings at Even Keel Fish Shack.
Yeah, well,
Matt, as always, a pleasure.
Nice.
I'll tell you what you
Pleasure to
could
see you
do
guys.
if you know. I got to try one of those watermelon, the blondes. Make it another round.
Another round Chardonnay as well.
I'm going to Chardonnay. That was good. What was that?
That's a Bernier. That's our French Chardonnay. Nice. It's also what's on the happy hour too for our house white wine.
Wow,
very good.
Nice.
They don't do things. This is first class all the way. They don't half-ass things.
Yeah, we don't have
all.
Yeah, we don't usually take the cheaper end of anything.
That was a really good Chardonnay.
The really good product all the time.
On this steamy first day of summer, I cannot wait to quench my thirst with one of those. What's it? Something blondes?
Papa loves blonde.
Papa loves blondes.
Yeah, Papa's Pilar. Right out of Key West.
Okay. Yeah. And that's a good rum, good drink. I can't wait to down it. Excellent.
That's Pilar rum?
Right.
Yeah.
Papa's Pilar?
Yeah. Right out of
my
Key
friend
West.
Nick Doyle, do you know him? He's like a big, marketer for marketing guy. He's like the chief marketing guy for Papa's Pilar. He's been promoting him forever.
Maybe I have seen him.
Do they have a place, a distillery in Key West? I think they do.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. And he's obviously doing a great job because it's on the menu here.
No, he's dynamite. He was with Premier Liquors and Southern Wine for a long time.
All good.
Yeah, it's a staple too. So you guys picked a good one.
Thanks, Matt.
Have a great day, everybody.
You're the best.
See you in a bit.
Thanks so much.
We're going to stay well lubricated here, and we'll bring back Lubie as we get well lubricated here.
Lubie loves this place. I mean, you don't see Lubie dissatisfied with any of the freebie lunches that we're eating, but this really fit the bill, Mike Mayo. I would have to say, I would be curious to see you write a review of this particular lunch and publish it, because the printed Mayo words.
Okay. I need to get around to publishing some other things on Let's Eat South Florida, including our meals here, my meal at Seville.
Should be a weekly review of a key place.
And I got to give special praise to Wade at Pizza Spot yesterday.
Yeah, how did that go? How did you manage to get 3/4 of the pizza covered with your toppings?
I love that you said it was half and half. There was only 4 mushrooms.
Whoever else was with you, they shared like 2 slices.
The picture was a little bit distorted. It came out, all right, maybe like 5/8 and 3/8.
It wasn't distorted.
We asked for it half and half. We went to Pizza Spot yesterday. I haven't been there in like a month. And Wade was on the top of his game. The way he handles the dough and lets it proof and it sits. And he does that by basically taking an hour off in the afternoon. I know it kind of maybe makes some people a little upset, but from 2:30 to 3:30 every day, he shuts down the window. You can't order or get a pizza between 2:30 and 3:30 because he's the dough whisperer and he's whispering to his dough. That's the kind of stuff he does. But we had 3 pizzas. I mean, I had the tomato, just the plain tomato pie, did a half mushroom, half of that bomb, which is the bacon and the hot cherry peppers, did a little cheesy garlic bread. It was fantastic. Had a Peroni. Couldn't ask for a better lunch yesterday. I am blessed, Defo. All I do is I roll around town.
Roll what might be getting
I use the word roll for a reason.
We don't want you in a with a walker or anything like that.
I am rolling around. Meanwhile,
how about Sarni? Mr. Thoughtful? He's unbelievable.
He gave me a present. He gave me a card, but he mixed me up with you, Defo, because here's the card that Sarni gave me. How to find out if you're old. First, fall down. If people laugh, you're young. If people panic, you're old. Now,
there was a certain amount of concern, I would have to say, as I was also with that blackout incident there at my son's barbecue, and how embarrassing at a family gathering to be the guy that falls down. Now, it wouldn't have been uncommon 15 years ago or whatever. Right. I mean, Lubie knows me for, by the way, an Ernie Els lookalike walking by.
You got a lot of lookalikes today. I don't know if you're... you're on the good stuff because you saw your friend Jersey Kyle.
No, it was Jersey Kyle. Tell me that's not Ernie Els. Hey, Ernie!
He looks like a random Els.
That's easy, Ernie.
He does look like Ernie.
He walks like him. I mean, he's a little bigger than Ernie.
He actually looks like a cross between Ernie Els and Ron DeSantis, which is a frightening concept.
Let's not go there, Mayo. But anyway, I mean, there definitely was concern. And,
as long as you didn't
for
fall,
good reason, right? I mean, that's not a good thing.
As long as you didn't fall in the punch or in face first into the barbecue, the new Weber grill, that would have been kind of an ugly thing.
And a lot of things could have happened. I mean, obviously, it's sort of dangerous. You're collapsing and could hit your head on something or whatever. But fortunately, I came out of it unscathed, as has been my nature my entire life.
That's an interesting description, considering the raspberry you just showed me on your forearm. But again, I'm concerned.
Did you see the Joe Frazier, George Foreman fight where he knocked them down 6 times?
Yeah, and both of them turned out
really
well.
And he went flying out of the ring in Kingston, Jamaica. That was me.
Right.
That first knockdown where he was in like the third row.
In for Joe Frazier.
And there was, Howard Cosell with the classic call. Down goes Frazier.
But again, Joe Frazier's mental acuity in his later years, I don't know how you would classify it, but...
he actually seemed to recover a little bit in terms of his coherency.
Yeah.
Because I did have a classic interview with him. He came to the studio at WIOD one time, and he was going to do an hour with me. And thank God he brought his son Marvis with him, because we literally needed an interpreter for everything Joe was saying.
Marvelous
and then a few years later, he was relatively coherent. So
now we got Matt the Man bringing up more of those.
Oh, look at this. You're switching
blondes. Too. Oh, yeah, I'm doing the switch.
I can't believe Lubie talked you into a drink suggestion.
This was nice.
This is where we're at this week.
It was nice. It was
you were the one with the sharper memory than me, and Lubie is the one with the better taste buds than me. So
omega-3,
but not
I think,
too
is the
sweet.
key right
the
now.
world is upside down. Thank you, Matt.
Here's
we do have to put in
time
a good
here.
word. Here's to summer.
Here's
to
you
summer.
know what's great in summertime too?
The
lobster special.
There you go, my man. $39 for twin lobsters at Tropical Acre Steakhouse.
You have to have our annual yearly meeting.
Yes, the annual.
Don't we need to go back to
Lunchbox LLC business meeting and state of the union or state of the show. Tropical Acres is a great place for a business meeting or any kind of celebration, whether it's a graduation, retirement party, birthday party, anniversary, or just celebrating another day of living or the beginning of summer. You want to go there because you'll get their twin lobster special for $39. That includes a salad and a side dish. You also will get
they might have to honor that price now that you mentioned it.
It's $39.
You know how this goes.
Monday through Friday.
$39.95 Monday through Friday. On the weekends,
$39.90.
$39.90.
No, I'm sorry. $39 even.
Oh, okay, nice.
Okay, Monday through Friday. Saturday, you can still get it, but it's $44. So
what's another $5?
Yeah, $5 on a weekend. Why not?
2 lobsters, that's 22.
Prime rib is delicious. The filet mignon, rack of lamb, anything you want that will make your belly and taste buds happy. You can find 2500 Griffin Road. They're open Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays now during the summer and until the holidays. Again, you'll love them. The Studiale family are masters of hospitality. The place has been open since 1949. That means they've been around longer than Defo. So they are doing something right. Go in there. Tell them that the Lunchbox sent you.
They're more likely to last past my existence also, since the kids are involved.
Yes.
And just a dynamite place. It was too long in between. You know, Mike Mayo, one thing you did for us, you reintroduced me to Tropical Acres. And it's always worth the trip down there. Just a fantastic place. And for the money, I don't know that you can do a whole lot better. All right, coming back to wrap up. A very festive. I like the looser Mayo. I do.
Keep plying me with liquor.
You weren't as, kind of like.
Lubie's laughing at some things, I guess, on the chat stream.
Yes, Andy,
what are people saying?
It's more of an inside joke if you followed our show. So I wasn't sure if I should say it here. But
all right.
Andy was like, and Joe Frazier became an Olympic swimmer after he retired from bowling. Little known fact.
That was the Superstars.
That Superstars did not serve Joe well as a well-rounded athlete. I think Mayo could have done better. We're coming back. You can swim, right? Coming back with more here on the Lunchbox
right
in a moment.
Oh, my goodness. It's steamy. Mayo here for Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Since 1951, family owned for over 70 years, the home of freshness. I've been a customer for over 3 decades, and it's the place to go for poultry, steaks, meats, and of course, their unbelievable selection of fish and seafood. They've got it all. Key West pink shrimp, grouper, snapper, lobster, and of course, Florida stone crab claws of all sizes. Don't forget their famous fish dip and a full selection of prepared foods. It's located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, just across from the Seminole Classic Casino. Owner Doug Carter and crew will take great care of you. Make sure to check out their weekly specials and daily catch online at DelawareChicken.com. Quality, value, freshness, that's the Delaware way. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Do you like pizza? Who doesn't like pizza? Well, my spot for pizza is the Pizza Spot. It's in that little bit hard to find Riverside Park neighborhood of Fort Lauderdale, but it's totally easy to love. It's at 601 Southwest 12th Avenue, New Haven style, a pizza from Wade and Reese. It's a lovely outdoor spot. You could also pick up pies to go at 754-779-7788, 754-779-7788. Again, they're open every day but Monday for lunch and dinner. Some of the best pizza I've ever had. Go to Pizza Spot. They also have subs, salads, and more. Tell them the Gambling Gourmet sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, Even Keel Fish Shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, that's my spot. It's upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. All right, we're back here on the Lunchbox, and I can't believe another hour has flown by. We've been enjoying ourselves and celebrating the start of summer.
Yes.
Here at Even Keel Fish Shack. I urge everybody to come out and check it out if you enjoy good seafood or any food, because they have really good chicken dish. They have good burgers.
Yeah, the smash burger's great.
Even if you are not...
The fish and chips.
The fish and chips is outstanding. I always recommend it on the Let's Eat group when people are saying, where could I find the best fish and chips? And I'll say...
And raw oysters. Wow.
I've never eaten every fish and chip offered in Broward County, but I've eaten a bunch. And in my estimation, the fish and chips served here is one of the best.
Can't forget their unique interpretation of the lobster roll also.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm a little bit scared, Defo, because I'm waiting for mayonnaise to run. It seems like there was some sort of delay at Royal Ascot.
Oh, yeah?
The sixth race went off, and they're not showing that the seventh race is on the board. And I'm wondering if some storm came in and they had to cancel racing.
I'm sure everybody's following along with
my
that.
hunch play.
As you sign up to show.
Well,
You're such a sick degenerate, Mayo, and you won't admit it.
No, this is called narrative arc storytelling that we set up. Mayonnaise was the hunch play of the day. I can't leave people hanging because I said the race is going to be run during the show.
Of course, you have an obligation.
And now I don't know what happened to the race.
Right, well, that's
or
perfect.
my $20 investment, which is,
which I feel like is what you're really concerned about.
I put 10 and 10. 10 on the nose and 10 to place.
I think you're going to be very happy with
That's kind of hedging
a
little bit. We'll see what happens. I'll tell everybody tomorrow on the Lunchbox because I know everybody's going to be on the seat of their pants. Oh, and
a lot
one
of
more
people
thing.
won't be able to sleep tonight.
Going up just the way I couldn't sleep with not knowing if you were going to get into Cafe Ebola up in the Cafe Vola.
Chef Vola.
Chef Vola.
In Atlantic City, New Jersey, where you will be celebrating your
best in the city. No, I won't be there on my
birthday
night, but I'll be there a couple of nights later.
Oh, I thought you were going up on the Wednesday.
I am going that day, but I made the reservation for another day
to Cafe
because I'm
Chef
having
Vola's.
dinner with some really good friends of mine from the distant past that are coming out to meet me
I was
there.
just alluding to the fact that you'll be in Atlantic City
for my
on
birthday,
the show
yeah.
that day on your birthday.
I could
July
call
5th.
in, and give you a review.
I would love to hear about. Well, not only I want to hear about the boardwalk and your meals. I want to hear about every wager that you placed, how it turned out.
Possibly, we wouldn't have time for that.
Because your memory is getting sharper and sharper.
I'm telling you, it's this omega-3. I think it is. Sonny recommended it to me, and I bought some because they were 2 for $1. And I started taking them a couple of weeks ago, and all of a sudden, stuff that used to just blank on, it's coming back to me.
I might need to get some of that because my brain is melting. I am going to start taking better care of myself
we go.
Day after tomorrow. Actually, tonight, Best of Delray Beach, we have one of our monthly soirees. This time at
You're very popular there with the women.
Ramen Lab Eatery on 2nd Avenue there, right off Atlantic, Pineapple Grove. Going to be doing a little happy hour from, I think it's 5 to 7. But you got to RSVP or show the app on your phone in order to get entry. And so looking forward to that with Dixteen and crew tonight. That's up in Delray Beach. Tomorrow we'll be at Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market in Hollywood at 12 o'clock. And, of course, on Fridays at Gulfstream, 10 Palms, open for your viewing, eating, and gambling pleasure every live racing day, including this Friday. We'll be there with Joe Beja at Gulfstream. That's going to do it for today. Guys, another job well
Good
done.
job, man. Good job.
Here's to
Happy
summer.
birthday, Mayo man.
I didn't check on when sunset is tonight, but it is the latest sunset of the year. And here we go, Mayo trying to be the journalist ever to find out that sunset tonight will be, it says 8:15.
Try not to run out of music.
That seems early.
That's not early.
All
It's
right.
late as hell.
Enjoy every drink, every summery whatever
Beverage.
dish, and enjoy every sandwich.
The long